Hey guys, what's going on? It's Verbal, and this is, what is it, episode 17 of FNG, and our good buddy Juicetra's on with us. What's up, Mark?
Nothing much. How you guys doing today?
Not too bad, buddy, not too bad. We got this new tradition on FNG where we start out with a really good question just to fuck with you. So if you don't mind, I have a little bit of a question for you.
What if I do mind?
Then you're screwed. Sorry, dude.
Do I have to leave already?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm so mean to you. We got this love-hate thing going on.
That's okay. There's got to be love-hate in every relationship.
It's true. It's more love than hate, though, to be fair.
Maybe in your eyes.
Oh, ouch.
All right.
Before we go off on tangents, let me ask you a question. Would you rather bathe in the remnants left in the jacuzzi from TryHard and his girlfriend? And I mean the remnants. I mean like the nasty ass pieces of crappy sexual juices together with the juices flowing out of his butt because he's old and fat, and let's be honest, there's probably some nasty smears going on there.
Oh my god.
So would you rather bathe in the remnants of that jacuzzi and him and his girlfriend going at it for a while, or the mud bath of polar bear shit?
Okay, wait. No, wait.
Why polar bear? Just because I'm Canadian?
I don't know. Larry came up with this. Larry White, polar bear.
Yes, Canadian.
Oh,
You made the first one sound so disgusting compared to the second one. I don't know.
I don't
Wait,
know.
let me explain. It's polar bear shit.
Okay.
All right.
It's a bath full of excrement from a polar bear.
That shit has like E. coli and shit.
Exactly.
I mean,
All right.
you're gonna
Okay.
die from that stuff.
I need to mull this one over for a second because neither sound appetizing.
Hey! I am a
Bro,
clean
you just
dude.
gotta take a bath.
Easy choice. Let's see. I don't know.
Go with the
I'd have
first one, dude.
I don't know what comes out of Larry. I'm scared. I'm gonna choose the polar bear shit.
Wow.
Nice. Good choice.
You know what?
TryHard or polar bear shit, and he chooses polar bear shit. That should say something, TryHard. Think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. The polar bear shit is like for
You
me.
know what?
I'll make sure that I go in there with some like I'll plug my nose. Can I do that?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
And then I'll
Whatever
just,
you
and then
want,
I'll just
dude.
slide around. It's no big deal.
Anybody who gets into the spa or like the jacuzzi right after I've fucked my girlfriend in there is dirty anyways. So
Well, I'm just gonna pretend that it's just mud. So that's easier than trying to go through blood and shit that's coming out of Larry or is it Larry? Is that what you said? Or is it Seb?
Coming out of your TryHard.
Seb. And TryHard. Sorry, I was thinking Larry for some reason because he's a dirty person.
Wow, you know us well. I like it.
nice
But Seb still, yeah. Yeah.
feedback.
Polar bear shit for sure. You guys, that's gross.
Yeah, sorry, dude. This is all Larry's fault. He likes coming up with these questions.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
kidding.
I got it under control.
You're a little bit quiet, by the way, there, Larry. Are you...
Dude, I was busy laughing at what choice that Juicetra was going to have to make there. I mean,
Oh.
honestly.
Yeah.
I'd take the polar bear shit, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's right.
Well, let's be
just-
honest. No one wants to bathe after TryHard's been going at it with his woman.
No,
Like, that just sounds
we
disgusting.
literally saw him in the jacuzzi. Who wants to get in there after him? I mean,
Actually,
I
just
would
that
rather-
scene from his video kind of made me gag in my mouth a bit.
A little bit.
Which one?
A lot of it, actually.
Well, most scenes, really, TryHard, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry. That video was just a big mistake.
To
No,
be fair,
fuck
it was the
no.
acting. I thought the acting was awesome.
dude, that was a great fucking setup video.
Yeah,
That was really awesome.
The singing kind of just it was music to my ears. It was
I
beautiful.
should have asked somebody to auto tune that shit for me.
It's not
Good
too
work.
late. Not too late.
Could have went viral.
Yeah, that was just seconds away from going viral.
Dude, you should see the views on that stuff compared to my other stuff that I'm doing.
No, I can imagine. Hey, I think anyone wants to see something personal, so
Oh.
even if you're a rich bitch,
Do you guys mind if I interject here? Because I'm kind of like losing my appetite talking about TryHard and stuff like this.
I totally understand.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should move on.
That is the very first time any one of our guests has been like, "You guys are grossing me out. Let's move on."
Oh,
And to be
yes.
fair, I totally understand. All right, I have actually more questions. So, I forget where this one came from, but I think I think the silent FNG and his roommate came up with this one. Tino's and his roommate. If you were a superhero, what would your name and superpowers be?
And okay.
And that's for all of you guys, and me too. Like, so, TryHard, Larry, Mark, what do you guys feel?
Give me a minute here.
I would be fucking Larry Legend, and my superpowers would be fucking legendary. It'd be everything, dude. I'd be Wolverine.
No.
Your
can't.
superpower can't be to have all
Bullshit.
superpowers. That's
Bullshit.
That's like
There's no
saying,
specifications.
God, fuck
There's
you.
no specifications. There's no specifications.
Okay, so Tino's in our Skype chat just said one power, homo.
He did. No, he did not.
Yes, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
God damn it. All right, one power. Oh man. I would be
Homo.
fucking Wolverine, dude. I'd have like titanium bones, so you couldn't kill me.
That's boring. Are
Yeah,
you
dude.
serious?
Fuck that,
You come up.
dude.
Hold on. You come up with like the most disgusting question ever, and then you half-ass it with the superpower
wait.
that's already existed.
I'm with Mark here. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
No.
seriously, dude.
No, it's not bullshit because I like to open hand slap and get in people's faces. So if I open hand slap a drug dealer that's cracked out on, crack, and he's got a 9mm, he can shoot me 37 times, and I'd still open hand slap him with my Wolverine.
hold on. You know that Wolverine's power isn't metal bones, right? His power is regeneration. Like
Well,
heals
it's
himself.
regeneration based on the titanium or whatever.
No.
Metal.
The military. Okay, to be completely dorky here for a second, but the military put that whatever adamantium into his bones.
Oh, good call,
because he
adamantium.
could survive. Because he could survive it. So you still feel all the pain. Like if someone shoots
That's
you in
fine.
the head, you still feel it.
That's fine with me. I will feel the pain of getting shot in the head, and I'll stand up and open hand slap that punk
Are
bitch.
you thinking
Ow.
straight, dude?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm with TryHard here, man.
Like,
This is so lame.
seriously?
Dude, I'd take it. It's
No,
too easy.
no, you
it's too
wouldn't.
easy.
No, you
it's
wouldn't.
too easy
You-
to be fucking like invisible and go steal a bunch of money.
How
Or fly
about-
around like
no,
gay
no,
fucking
no.
Superman.
Here, listen. Come on, Larry. Let's be realistic here. You got to come up with something that's like original.
Yeah.
Stop being such a pussy and hiding behind somebody else's creative.
I love
doings.
when guests say that the hosts are pussies. This is
Well,
awesome.
here's the thing. It's because I played with Larry for like 3 hours today, and I pretty much feel like I can
You
talk
should really
smack to him
finish that
whenever I
sentence
want.
with no homo, by the way. You should. I played with him for 3 hours, no homo.
No, I don't care.
bullshit.
People,
It was all homo, and it was
Okay.
awesome.
Okay, all right.
people can think it's homo if they want. That's fine with me.
Fair enough.
Well, if I gotta make it original, then you're gonna have to give me time to think. But I would totally be Wolverine.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
I don't know. This one's like it's the only thing I can think of, and I'd probably just stay as like something like juice. I'm gonna be like juicy or juice or something like that. And call me not original, but like I might like just I don't know, shoot some orange juice in your eye and like it burns your soul. I don't know. Like, that's all I could think of in such a short period of time. But like I do something with that, some sort of like crazy juice that
So
I can.
You shoot orange juice into people's eyes that burns their soul,
I
and
don't know,
your
guys.
name is Juice.
You would totally money shot everyone with your V8 juice jizz.
But it would
I was about to say,
probably
money shot sounds
that
like a
was
better
the
name.
next thing. That was the next part. I'd probably use my junk to go to town. Be my secret weapon.
Wait. Like you bring out the juice cannon? Is that what it is? Like the fucking.
The juice cannon. There we go. Yeah, the juice cannon. I'm down.
The Juice Cannon.
All right. You know what I want? I haven't thought of a
Yes.
name for it yet, but no.
Hair.
No. I want to be. I've realized that like every single day, I wish I had a camera with me. Like I wish I could videotape something or take a picture of something, and I'm just too lazy to carry a camera or carry like a I don't know something to like record with. So I would like my eyes to record everything I see, and I could choose and pick what I want, and I could like directly upload to my computer. And like, because I would have this fucking baller vlog channel. It would be epic.
that is the gayest fucking thing I've
That's
ever heard.
so gay.
What? No! Oh my god!
Wait, how is that gayer?
So,
than
are you
orange
gonna
juice?
change your
Yeah,
Xbox
you
Live
want to
gamer
shoot
tag
orange
to
juice out of your
keeping
cock? Seriously.
that burns people's souls?
Dude, that is beyond homo.
No, it would be. Oh my god! You just imagine like everything you could record if like How many times have you told yourself, "I wish I had a camera with me"?
TryHard, no one wants to watch you peeing. Like, I'm sorry. That's just, we don't want to see that.
No. Oh my god.
You need to go back and like rethink this.
Okay,
No,
so
but this would. All right, whatever. Mr. Orange Juice guy.
Whatever. At least I got the juice cannon.
okay, so here's my superpower. My superpower would be the ability to go into stasis.
Oh my
would-
god, you
No, no.
fucking get.
No,
Whatever.
no, hold on. Let me explain. So I'd be Mr. Stasis or like Stasis Man. And what it would mean is that I would like go for like a nap, but I wouldn't age in the amount of time I went for a nap.
That's
I
what
would-
old people say.
Wait.
That's
Hold
stupid.
on. And the reason for it would be, and I could time it, so I could do it as long or as short as I wanted. So if it was like a 20-minute stasis or like a 16-hour stasis, I could just go boom and do it. And the reason for it is that you could put me in a plane and I could wake up and I'd be in Hong Kong if I wanted to be. I would travel around the world constantly.
You just want to stay
basically-
young.
Yeah, basically what you're saying is you want to be able to piss within 5 minutes and not take 47 minutes. That's what you're saying.
That works too.
Like,
You
I
know
don't
what?
want to shit for 3 hours anymore. I want to just get on there and take a mean dump in 35 seconds and then get up and go about my business. I don't want to sit down for 4 hours and fucking bring a newspaper in with me.
I still can't believe you guys are like ripping on my idea, and you guys is like
Your
I can.
ideas. Dude, I would rather have Verbal's fucking I'd shit for 30 seconds idea than your I'd watch myself piss for fucking 4 hours idea.
Well, see, my real one, like whenever this comes up in real life, I always say teleportation. Like I want to be able to just go, like, click my fingers and then have, like, I want to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii and go surf a few sets, and then click my fingers and have brunch in Manhattan, and then click my fingers and have, you know, lunch with my parents in Sweden, and then, you know, see the sunset in Tokyo or something like that. But if you could do stasis, then yeah, that's a little bit more. I don't know.
Okay,
We can-
so how about this? So how about what is your favorite comic book character? Not X-Men, not just any comic book character. What's
I don't know,
your favorite
because
character?
X-Men are totally not comic books, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a comic book. But
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think that's his point there, Larry.
yeah, yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Because mine wouldn't be what my superpower, quote unquote superpower, would be. Like, my favorite comic book character was Bishop. You guys remember Bishop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'd absorb, whatever energy or whatever was shot at him, and he'd, shoot it back at you twofold. So what would be your character?
Okay, what's the name of the guy in the Fantastic Four who turns into flame all the time?
Flame.
You know the
Gay?
No, dude, he's epic. He's fucking he's a beast. Like, the guy can fly around and fucking surf his wave of fire.
Oh, there we go. Johnny Storm.
Storm. Yeah, that's right. Johnny
that's
Storm,
right.
the Human Torch.
Or
I would be.
herpes.
Tino's is like
Because
our
it sets you on fire.
Wikipedia. He's like our own little Wikipedia there. I'm really impressed with that.
Imagine
Dude,
how-
I don't know fucking comic books well enough to have a favorite one. Jesus, how nerdy are you people?
I don't have a favorite.
Seriously, after you tried to harp on us about fucking the 25th anniversary of Zelda last week? Really?
Oh my god. You know, the only comment we got last week on
Yeah.
our podcast was about the fact that some guy was like, I'm fucking pissed with you people. It is 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm getting out of bed while listening to this to turn on my damn computer and tell you guys that you're all retards for not knowing Zelda. And I'm like, I love this guy.
So you have like a 78-year-old follower on Twitter. Awesome.
Screw you. Zelda is,
No.
is one of the most important computer games of all time.
Wait, what?
Ew.
Wait, what?
Ew. So I guess
I'm-
I guess we're talking about video games. So, Juicetra, what have you been doing lately, buddy?
What have I been doing lately? I've been playing some Bulletstorm. That game is awesome. Seriously.
So break it down for us, because we're all still stuck on Call of Duty. Verbal's Xbox is probably broken, so he just plays on PlayStation 3, or he's scared of the competition level on Xbox.
Ooh,
So
ouch.
break down Bulletstorm for us, buddy.
Bulletstorm is, well, I didn't really know about this at all until probably about 2 weeks ago. And like, I downloaded the demo while it was out, but I never got around to playing it. But basically, it's the same people that make Gears of War. And so it's kind of got that same feel. It's got some crazy epic like dialogue, and the story might be a little thin, but like the dialogue kind of keeps it going. But it's kind of like you run around. You've got all these kind of futuristic weapons and a leash, and you can go about pulling these guys towards you and pulling all these skill shots off, which I'm still learning because like there's 150 of them or something.
Wow.
But yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't even do like 10% of them. So
wait, have you picked up a sniper rifle yet? Because I saw Gold Glove post like a freaking 1 minute long clip, and it's like you shoot the sniper rifle, and then you control the trajectory of the bullet bending or something, which looks so much fun.
Yeah, and you can also detonate it, but I haven't got there yet. I'm going slow. Like just I want to kind of enjoy it. I don't want to just go through it all at once. So I've probably only played about an hour and a half. 2 hours.
I don't know what TryHard and Larry feel about this, but games like this, which I could say I'm like 95% certain there's no way I'll ever buy, and I might get around to renting it like in a year's time, and then that's only maybe. Like I love watching people do Let's Plays of this. Trout did one a while ago for Medal of Honor, and I was like, I don't even have to pick up that game now because I watched the whole goddamn thing of him playing it, and it was great. It was really, really good.
Well, that's the same thing that goes for me, and like I'm sorry I'm cutting you guys off, but same thing for me and Dead Space. Like I watched the Rads walkthrough of Dead Space 2 because for one, that game is like I freak out in those games. I'm a pussy. I'm such a pussy. But like just watching him, and he's got like the funniest, like absolutely the funniest commentary over it, and the reactions are so fun. So it's the first time I've ever like watched a full Let's Play.
So would you say that Bulletstorm is a buy for you? Like, would you recommend it?
For me, it's a buy, and like not only does it have the single player, which is pretty darn fun, the multiplayer is pretty epic as well. Like I don't know if you guys played Gears of War at all. Like, have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's horde mode in that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, there's a horde mode kind of thing in this as well, and it's really neat because you have to like work with like your teammates to pull off team skill shots because you get more points. But basically, you get thrown like with all these different characters with different abilities in waves, and like you have to hit a certain point threshold in order to go to the next one, so it's kind of neat.
It doesn't get repetitive though. Like I played them. Like I'm a Gears of that's where I got started in multiplayer. Like Gears of War. Like I would go to battle with Gold Glove. Like when we get the packs, I might have to challenge him to a 1v1.
Dude, have you seen Gold Glove play Gears? He's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he is really good.
I started watching like you guys. Do you know who Nismo Joe is?
Nope.
No.
Nismo Joe was like the dude that started sniper montages in Gears of War. That's what got me into YouTube. Like I heard about this dude and I was like, oh shit, this is badass. And then I heard about Gold Glove and I was like, wait a minute, this dude's badass and he's like 17, 18? Like what the fuck? Yeah. Like I'm 25 and I'm getting fucking murdered here. Like what's going on? But no, like the thing with Bulletstorm is that it was so repetitive. Like I downloaded a demo and I was like, I knew it was Cliffy B had something to do with it. Gears of War 2 was an epic fucking failure in my eyes. Like, it sucked balls. It was completely different than Gears 1. They tried to incorporate Call of Duty with Gears, and it failed miserably.
Wait, you didn't like Gears of War 2?
Dude, I sold that game within at least 2 weeks. Minimum, or maximum 2 weeks. And I put in probably 60-plus days in Gears of War.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, dude, I played the shit out of that game. Like,
did I hear correctly? 60 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
That was within two years. So I put in about 60 days in 2 years, I think.
That's because like wowish.
Yeah. I never played Call of Duty 4. Like, I jumped into it and I was like, I suck at this. I'm going back to Gears of War. And, like Modern Warfare 2, I tried it out. I sucked at it, went back to Gears of War. And then the community just started thinning out. And really the TryHards, not the TryHards, that's probably a bad name for it, but the people that really loved the game stayed in Gears of War and didn't migrate over because there was nothing else that came out as a first-person shooter other than Modern Warfare 2. So I migrated over to that and pulled up like 0.8 KD forever, and then kind of started getting better at it because it's so much more fast-paced. Like when you play Gears of War, it's like search and destroy. That's basically what it's like for 10 rounds. For 20 to 25 minutes, you're playing search and destroy because you don't respawn.
Okay, I watched a few Gears like player play, and apparently everything has to do with connection based. Like it's all connection based. If you type Gears connection fail, and you will see a guy take a shotgun and shoot it at a wall, and 3 seconds later you see the shell penetration go in.
Yes,
So that's the only reason why I'm not like a big fan of that game.
It's connection based, but it's as much connection based as Call of Duty is. I could wall bounce the fuck out of you on 100 millisecond ping, just like you could, rape me with an ACR on 100 millisecond ping in Modern Warfare 2. It's the same thing. It's just the bullet reference or reference point is a little bit different because it's so much more up close. Like you have to run out and pick up the major weapons. You don't just get to choose your class. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different. You have to. It's like playing Search and Destroy and running out and saying, okay, well, I start out with the Enfield. It's like saying you start out with the Enfield and a Spaz 12.
It's like didn't they have that? I think Modern.
They had It was a Lancer. It's called a Lancer in Gears of War, and then you have a shotgun, and the shotgun was powerful while it was connection based, but it also had to do with technique. Like Gold Glove could wall bounce the fuck out of 95% of the people he played with, and it had nothing to do with a connection. It had to do with skill or technique.
I don't know.
Because it's all where you landed your shots.
I don't know. All I know is that it's fun to watch if I'm watching Gold Glove, and I think part of that is his personality because you know and love him. But at the same time, like you listen and watch him go through the game, and like I don't know, it's maybe just a little bit of his insights that go into it. That it's kind of like you're hearing the same guy tell you a bit about a different game, but it's a different game that he's really, really, really good at, and to me that's really entertaining.
Yeah, well, I think that has to do with any commentator. Whether it's Gears of War or.
You know who's a perfect example of that is Snipernator, because he plays that what's it called, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
See, I haven't watched any of those. I love Snipernator.
He is so
but I
good.
haven't watched any of those.
See, that's not something I thought I would find enjoyable, but I'm like, it's Snipernator, so I got to give it a try. I really enjoyed it. Like that was awesome.
All right, date tips. Let's go.
Say it again.
Date tips.
Date tips.
Dating.
First tip or tip for your first dates, like where to go, how to act, things to do and see, and blah blah blah.
I think people are way too. They think about their first date way too much. Like I don't. My outlook on it, and like I don't know if anybody else agrees. I'm sure there are people that do, but there's people that probably disagrees. Like, don't try to force anything. Like, I never force like anything. Like, if I meet somebody and we're having a good time, and I just let it, I let the course run, and I don't try to like overthink anything. Because once you start overthinking, I think that's where like you run into problems. Like, you get like nervous, or you might screw it up, or So I don't know. I just let it happen. Like whatever happens.
Are you single right now?
I am single right now.
What about now you're a little bit more confident, you're older, I mean, you may not know who you are, like 100%, like guaranteed this is who I am. But what about when you were like 13, 14, first date? What would that advice be?
What would that advice be from a 13-year-old Juicetra?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Or for a 13-year-old Juicetra, like for the other 13, 14, 15-year-olds. Or is that even relevant, though? Because it's like, have your dad pick me up at, this time and we'll go to the mall. Isn't that like a date?
No. It's you got to get the first base. That's what you got to do.
Oh, God.
Wow. Horny TryHard, age 14.
Seb's like, hey, try this pill. It's called a roofie. It makes you feel better inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could see him doing that, I guess.
You don't need roofies, dude. You're much stronger than a 13-year-old girl at that point. So.
God, wow.
Not in Canada, dude. We have some pretty beastie girls.
Jude, come on, dude.
Because they're covered in white fur and they fight back. They got to fight for their cubs.
I know I'm fueling the fire here for like anti-Canada or like Canada.
No, like we were saying before the podcast, man. I'm more and more impressed with things that come out of Canada recently. It's
like you. Did you just pull out a Seb?
Well, not me, but like the beaver dam that you can see from space. That's pretty damn epic.
It is epic.
I'm not too proud of that. Like, if our brightest day is the beaver dam that fucking a few beavers built over a few years, I don't know.
That's not a few years. That thing took like 30 years.
Yeah, that's decades,
Wait,
dude.
do you think that like the beavers built it over generations? They were like,
Oh, yeah,
"Here,
they
son,
did.
it's your time now."
This is yours. Yeah, no, I don't know. 30 years though to build is ridiculous. I don't know how long beavers live for though. So
Beavers live for as long as it takes to shave them. That's right.
Okay, so
I'm
are
here.
you guys Redditors? Do you get on the website reddit.com?
No.
I've tried. I don't know how to use it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's complicated, man.
It's not complicated. There is an up arrow and there is a down arrow. You upvote something or you downvote something, guys. Like, come on, get with the
Well,
program.
I basically search verbal 1781 and downvote everything.
Awesome.
Other than that, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I was wondering where my 5 downvotes came from. Thanks, Larry. Okay, so I found something on Reddit this week that I thought was kind of applicable to the whole, advice to give on your first date, or maybe not first date, but on a date. And this is probably a little bit more for the older crowd, but if you have a specific destination in mind, like if you have a bar or a restaurant or anything where you will be enjoying the ladies' company or the guys' company, and it's,
Seb?
well, not Seb, hopefully not. Yeah, no, definitely not Seb. But this one girl posted on Reddit, and she's like, I was really impressed at this. And a lot of you guys, it's funny because Mark sort of reminded me of this. He was like, a lot of people overthink things, and it's the simplest of gestures when you're just being yourself that actually mean the most. And she turned up to meet her date, and she was exactly on time. She was like, I may have been like 1 minute early or 1 minute late, but I'm almost positive I arrived. Like if it was at 8, I arrived at 8. So she walks into the restaurant, and the hostess comes over to her and says, "Oh, you must be, so and so. Come this way, please." And walked her over to her date and sat her down and said, "Thanks so much." And then she was like, before I'd even met this guy, and it was like a blind date or something apparently. She felt at ease, and like he had been thinking of her, feelings as she walked into whatever it was, a bar or a restaurant or something, that she didn't know anyone. She was looking to meet this guy that she'd never met before. And, he had just given a quick description to the hostess, of course. Hey, she's going to arrive. She's going to be wearing, I don't know, a black leather jacket and jeans, and she has, shoulder-length brown hair. When she comes in, her name's, so-and-so. Please bring her over to my table. And she did, and it was like, that's a really thoughtful thing to do. I kind of like that. I think that would be good advice to pass along.
Yeah, but I guess like thinking about this more, like, I agree with that. But if I were to give advice to like a teen, I think the thing, and whether you're a girl or a guy, I think this is more applicable to like if you were the guy and you were trying to go on a date with a girl that you really like, is that girls when they're in their teens, they want to be wowed, so you have to come up with something that might be like really kind of like out of the ordinary. Don't just do the movie and like dinner or whatever. That's kind of like, it's boring, kind of cliche, but you have to kind of be adventurous and,
An event, I feel. An event always wins over like, hey, let's go and do something. You know what I
totally.
mean? That's much better than a movie.
I agree with both Verbal and Mark, but you got to go in like when you're a teen, when you're 17 or 18 years old.
If you're going to start chanting 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, I swear to God.
That's a good one, but no. You have to go in not giving a shit. Girls, they don't like a puppy. If they want a puppy, they'll go buy one. But they like mystery. They like a guy who... Okay, because most guys, like, their first mistake is when they really, really like a girl, they'll be all... They'll call her, like, every single day. They'll want to be there. They'll be their best friend. And that's what you don't want to do if you're really into that girl. So...
Oh, yeah.
My advice is maybe hold yourself back, act like the whole mystery thing works. Even if you're not mysterious to yourself, you may be to somebody else. So try to be as vague as possible about what you do. Try to not show that you care so much, and it works, dude. Like they will bite on that. Like,
I have one for this. Be older. Always be older. Don't date a girl that's your age or older than you.
Get a prescription for Viagra.
Because a girl always wants a guy that's older. Like that's always the way it goes. So like
my girlfriend's like 3 years older than I am.
That's because you're weird.
Well, weird and rich. Like you have the money, dude. Like come on.
No, I think I'd have to disagree. Like,
Well, you're
it doesn't
wrong.
matter that you're older. It's dependent upon your age, what responsibilities that you have with that age. So if you're 15 and you're trying to date an 18-year-old, that's not really going to work because that 18-year-old can go out and find a 21-year-old that's got a car and is going to college and has
The
her own
21-year-old
place.
is older than her, hence
Yeah,
proving my
no,
point.
I'm gonna agree with the whole age thing until you reach 21, because after that, once you get into, quote unquote life where you start getting a job, you start, working for a living, then age is really irrelevant to me. I mean, I can understand how, dating somebody who's 2 years younger than you when you're 17 is a big deal, but once you're 25 and she's 23, I mean, nobody cares.
Well,
Doesn't really
actually, plus,
matter.
to be fair, at that point, you kind of want to go for the 35-year-old because she is a cougar and it'll be fun.
Ew.
I don't know, dude. That's just gonna sag.
No one likes grandmas.
Yeah, seriously. Dude.
You
I don't
think
mean-
people at 35 are grandmas? Oh, Larry, you have
Yes.
so much to learn, buddy.
No.
Well, maybe where Larry lives, I don't know.
Well, plus, Larry's like had sex with one girl his entire life. Like,
Exactly. Just one.
Boring.
It's been awesome
boring.
the whole time.
Juicetra said it. Boring.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
Bo-
So
I don't know. I don't
okay.
know. Like, I don't know where you get this. Like, you have like this imagination that just runs wild, and like you've only been with one person your whole life. Come on.
No, I
Get with
haven't.
the program here, buddy.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't.
No.
She has.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Interesting. All right. So
So I am a god.
Oh, you are a god amongst men.
No, you know what? I actually got how you guys get emails or PMs from subs, and they have questions for you. Sometimes serious, sometimes retarded, and you have no idea what the fuck they're saying. But I got a question from this one sub, and it'd be interesting to hear you guys' point of view. So basically, he and his girlfriend, are, I don't know, 15, 16 years old, and she's going on a summer trip. So she wants it to be open during that time frame. And now, regardless of what age group that these people are in, what do you think about a relationship that's quote unquote open when someone's traveling?
Well, hold on. Like, he's not traveling with her, obviously, right?
Right.
And she's
Like how-
traveling. Where is she? Like, is she going to the next town? She's going. Like,
No,
they see each other?
another country.
Okay.
For how long?
The summer. So you're looking at like 3 months.
Just for 2 weeks. She just wants to fuck around for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Good
No,
girl.
no, but you're looking at 3 months, so it doesn't matter if it's the summer or the winter or whatever. Like, your girlfriend comes up to you and is like, "Oh, well, I got this awesome idea to go to, wherever, Paris or, Hong Kong or wherever the fuck they're going to." They're like, "Well, who knows if this is going to work or not?" But
And how old is he?
he's like 15, 16.
That's tough.
If first of all, if he says that she's or like they're the love of each other's lives and they're 15, I think he's a little too invested in this already. Like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is, but it doesn't sound like it. Like
Right.
Well, if she wants it to be open, then
Yeah.
clearly he's
Yeah,
feeling one thing and she's
clearly.
feeling another.
Clearly,
Yeah.
she's not digging it as much as he is.
yeah.
Well, that too, and that someone realizes that they're, 15, 16, and someone else thinks that being at 15, 16 is going to be the tipping point of their life, And that's not, I guess that's my point, is that that's not how it works. Like, when you're 15, 16 years old, there's a thing called puppy love.
Mhm.
And it's that first person that gives you that attention and makes you feel special, and it's all gravy. And then you hit 17, and you're like, "Oh, whoa, who was that made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside?"
But I think that's the most intense moment of feeling. Like, I feel like the 15-year-old love is that moment when it's completely brand new. So the 19 or the 17 and then the 19 and then the 21 and the 24-year-old are all jaded a little bit more by those to come. So, I mean, that's where the saying comes from, right? Love like you've never been hurt, dance like no one's watching.
What are you
I
talking
actually
about?
never heard that. Did Jesus script that in clay or something?
Well, Jesus and I together, we
Oh,
wrote it
okay.
down together, just in case
Okay.
you were wondering, asshole.
That makes sense.
I don't
I
know.
think
I mean-
my advice here is like, I mean, you're 15, and like in any situation, whether you're 15, 17, or whatever, if she says something like that, she's not worth your time. That's the way I would look at it. Like, it sucks and it hurts, but it's like if I have to come to the realization that she doesn't want me anymore, and she wants to be open, then you need to take a step back and be like, it doesn't have to be open. You go and have a good life. Love spending time with you, and see you later. There's someone else out there for you, and it hurts, but move on.
No. What you need to do is go fuck as many chicks as you can before she comes back. So
yeah,
if
just
you're,
go impregnate everyone. Sure,
no, but look, he's 15 or 17 or whatever. So look, if she comes back from her trip and she's all fun and dandy because she's met a guy or two, and you have like 8 notches on your totem pole, then you are baller and she wants you back. But if you've been sitting there like a little puppy just waiting for her to come back, then you're hers forever. Like she has you on a leash till the end of time. But if you act like you don't give a shit and go fuck around, then you're good to go.
Well, that, and you'll get some STD and give it to her, and you'll have little things.
Oh my god, you use protection.
well, what happens though is that when a guy's younger, they're a lot more quote unquote moldable. You know what I'm saying? So like you meet a girl, your heart's on your sleeve, and that's how it is for 99% of the guys out there. No matter what your culture, unless you're like a Muslim, and then who gives a shit because you just make them dress with a fucking veil over their face. But it doesn't it doesn't matter. That's where you wear your heart on your sleeve, and that's where you learn about relationships and things like that. So to this sub, my recommendation or whatever would be is you're 15, bro. Like if you're 15, you're a freshman or sophomore in high school. You're all right. Things will be okay.
Go fuck a chick.
You still have college in front of you. Go get AIDS. It's okay at that point in time.
I mean, you're at that age where you got to do some freaky shit, and this is a time. I mean, so many people go through, like their, late teens, being all calm and shit, and then you get to where you're 25, where you like have to like calm down, and you haven't done anything really. So I mean, just live your life while you can, man.
Yep. Don't tie it up at 15 years old, man.
I know. I did that too.
The problem with that is that all the advice in the world, and when I was 16 and that girl that I liked at 16, that girl broke my heart more than anyone else since.
Yep.
Because it's the first time it ever happened. You're like, what the fuck is this feeling? This isn't nice. What the bullshit, man? This is horrible.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep. So, there's a good question. So, now that we're on to this, first relationship, first heartbrokenness. So, who was your first heartbreaker, Verbal?
My first heartbreaker. My first heartbreaker was a girl called Malin Erickson.
What was her name?
Malin. Malin.
Sounds like.
Sorry again. Can you say it? Can you say it again? I just want the stream to hear how stupid that sounds. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. Don't apologize for something you're not sorry for. She's a Swedish girl, and I think she was like either my first or like my second ever real kiss. And I don't know, it went backwards and forwards for a couple of years because I'd see her during the summers, and that was it. And then when we were like, I want to say I was older than 17. I want to say like 18 or 19, and I had a girlfriend at the point in time. But it was kind of like that moment of I have this girlfriend, but I know it's not going to last that long with her, and I know I still have feelings for you, but I can't really say anything about it. My buddy came up and fucked her senseless for the entire week we were up there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at them both, going, "Wow, okay, well
that's your buddy."
Sucks. Well, was.
You got fucked.
Unfortunately, no, I didn't.
No, he didn't. He's the only one.
Wait, you got nothing and your buddy got everything?
Well, I had a girlfriend. She was up there with us at the point in time. So she spent the summer with us. Like we spent maybe a week up there, and he came up with us. And I think we were like out, like a typical, you Canadians must be able to relate to this. Like you get a bunch of beer, you sit around a campfire, get drunk, and that's kind of your evening.
Yeah, and then we pound our beavers.
Sure.
And then you pound your beavers. Okay. So anyway, they got kind of close and just ended up chatting the whole night long. And I don't really remember seeing the end of it. I just remember waking up the next morning being like, yo, what's his name? And what's his name wasn't there. And then they were like, oh, what's his name turned up like 3 hours later. Like, I had the night of my life. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks.
Huh. Get owned.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit, right? That was hard.
Yeah.
Wait, what about you guys? You got to have some heartbreaking stories at age 16, 17?
Oh shit. Yeah. I do. This is my high school sweetheart. I think I talked about this back in my like about myself video, but anyways, I was with this girl for about 3 years. We were in high school and graduating to university. We went to the same university. I actually changed my application to go to the same university that she did just because I wanted, I figured that going to different universities could screw it all up. So anyways, we go to the same university, and she lives about two and a half
hold
hours
on a
away.
second. You went to the same university as the girl you were dating in high school so that it wouldn't fuck up your relationship?
Oh, shit, no, wait, college, my bad. But anyways, it's the same thing. Anyway,
Yeah, college, same thing. But
yeah,
I mean, you went to the
yeah,
same college as...
Yeah,
Wow, you're an idiot.
I know, but anyways, I didn't really care about my education because I had a job anyways, so yeah. So I basically just went to the same college as this one chick, and she lived like 2.5 hours away from me. So on the weekend, she would go back home, and so would I, and we would just basically talk on the phone and whatnot. And she calls me up this one night, and she would never do this usually, but anyways, we ended up talking for like just 1 hour, and it was like really this weird talk where, she's not really saying anything, but she wants to get to something, and those kinds of talk where you're like talking to her about something, and then she's not really answering, like something's on her mind. So I basically ask her, what's up and anything, and she's like, well, I think we should stop seeing each other. And at that point, I'm like, you know what, no, and this is not gonna end on the phone. I mean, this is just stupid, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm gonna go up there and we're gonna fix things. And she's like, no, just stay home, blah blah blah. Anyway, I just end up staying home, and I cry myself to sleep for like 2 hours and whatnot. And and so school starts, and I go back to school, and we're not seeing each other anymore, but we're still in the same college and whatnot. And I start talking to friends, and turns out she had cheated on me with some other dude back at home. So I learned that through a friend of a friend. So she never like admitted it, but yeah. So I got pooned by some chick.
You got pooned?
Yeah, well,
Pwned.
I got pooned.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference between poon and pone, by the way. Try
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
serious difference.
But I mean, yeah, I got fucked over.
Well, we know Larry doesn't have one because, he married a virgin. But, Mark, do you have anything you want to share, or should we move on?
Why don't we move on? It's not because I don't want to talk about it, but why don't we just move on? Because I know we got a lot of topics to go over.
That's a good point. I feel like we haven't talked anything about COD, and we're meant to be like a gaming thing. So we got one question from either the stream or Twitter or wherever else throughout the week. So basically, what do you guys have a favorite primary, secondary weapon setup from any COD?
And we can mix, right?
Yeah, and you can definitely mix from the different games.
Okay, well,
whatever.
Well, first of all, I'll start off with my Black Ops, my favorite, the go-to class I have in Black Ops, and that's the FAMAS with dual mags, Flak Jacket, which is epic perk, Sleight of Hand, just because I like to go fast, if you know what I mean.
That's what she said.
Don't waste anyone's time, brother.
Exactly. And then either Hacker or Tac Mask. So that's my Black Ops go-to right now. I pretty much use that most prestigious. But if I could make my all-time favorite class by mixing, it would still be the FAMAS with dual mags, but I'd be able to have Scavenger, and sorry, what was it? Oh man, now I'm blanking. First perk. Oh my god, it was. Oh yeah, here we go.
One Man Army.
No. Yeah. No, but it would be if we were playing Modern Warfare 2 and I could have the FAMAS from there, but I could also have Scavenger and Sleight of Hand, not in the same perk slot. That would be my go-to right there, straight up. I'd use that all the time.
Ooh.
All right.
I like that.
What about you?
Before we go on, I actually have a question about that. So, and it is honestly a question because I don't know. But what's the difference between extended mags and dual mags? Because I always choose extended mags.
Okay, all right. So extended mags just I think it gives you 1.5 times more ammo in your clip, whereas dual mags you get the same clip size, but what happens is you have 2 mags taped to each other, so one taped to the other, so that on that first, third, fifth, etc. reload, you just flip over that empty cartridge and straight into the second one. You don't have to go through the full animation to go into your pocket and pick up the other magazine.
Well,
so
you get more ammo with the dual mag than you do extended.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it's like scavenger as well. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, every other
like
reload
the
is
Galil, like the Galil is a perfect example because you get like 30 or 40 more bullets and that gun with dual mags and you do anything else.
But wait, your clip size is the same.
it's regular size.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
Yeah.
the clip size in extended mag is more bullets in the actual clip, so you can get a
Yeah.
bigger, like you could get a 5-man spray or something.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Well, not in Black Ops, but yeah.
The
Well, yeah,
Galil,
true,
dude.
true.
The Galil with extended mags has 50 bullets. It's like a LMG.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty beast.
Okay,
But the
sorry, I
Galil
didn't mean to
dual
interrupt
mags
it.
has like 120 bullets
You know me,
Yeah.
I'm a noob.
or 150.
All right. Here's my setup, guys. I would be using the M16 from COD 4 because that shit was beast. It would one shot people from across the map, like just one burst. And my secondary would probably be something like the G18's Akimbo from Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah.
Because that shit would spray you down like nobody's business. And my perks would be flak jacket because that's a must now with everything in nades. And I would probably use my second spot would be I think I would use God, what's that perk that Danger Close? Yeah, I would be using Danger Close on my nades because that would be beast. And I would rock the Ninja, but I would hope that the game would have better sound quality than COD, than Black Ops, because I missed the whole sound whoring days. I feel like my investment in Astros were a total waste now.
No, you can still sound horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
You have to be good to do it, though. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, I don't think you have to be that good. The first time I put on my Tritons for the first time last week, and we played. Wait, Larry, wasn't I playing with you? We were playing S&D, and I was like sitting in a corner on Havana, and some guy like walked down the street and around the corner from me, and I could have pointed to him the entire way. I'm like, he's behind me and right, he's level with me and right, he's in front of me and right, he's exactly ahead of me, and he's in front of me and left. I was like, this is
okay.
awesome.
I think by S&D you mean sucking dick, and no, I was not a part of that.
Oh,
Yeah, no, verbal. I totally agree for a search and destroy and everything, but I mean, when you're playing demolition and you're trying to sound whore somebody coming into the bomb site, it's not gonna happen, dude. It's just
yeah.
not.
Well, that's just because there's so much. Yeah, I'm with you there. There's so much other shit going on in that game.
I think if I could create a class that would mix Call of Duties, I didn't play COD 4 that much, so it would be Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. Since we're playing Black Ops, I would pick the on-host G11, and my secondary would be the M93 Ravnica, and I would rape fucking face for days. Like, it would be redonkulous.
Interesting.
It would be stupid. If you could have the M93 Ravnicas, oh my god. Oh, I'd poop on young men's chests for days.
Okay, so I would go with the G11 from Black Ops, and then I would turn myself into Sandy Ravage and have the spas from Modern Warfare 2.
yeah.
Because that was, I mean,
Yeah.
when you had hosts and you just, and they rushed you and you weren't, because I can't use a sniper rifle, so my G11 is my version of a sniper rifle. And if I've got you at distance, and then I can be Sandy Ravage Beast Mode with host at close range, go home. It's over.
Yeah.
That'd
I'll
be
tell you
awesome.
what, though. Like, I've played with Sandy Ravage now a few times, and that guy is a beast 24/7. Like,
Yeah, I
there is no
Yeah.
faking it. Like, he is a beast all the time.
I heard
It
his
is-
ping
you
was
know-
like a 3 on like a daily basis.
Yeah, he's got pretty dirty internet. I mean, my ping's not bad either. I get like a 5 or 6 ping, which is why which is why I pull host so often, and people complain. So
I'm
Your
dying
host
to
sucks
know.
balls. That's why I pulled the 1 KD.
If you get the chance to ask him, Juicy, ask Sandy Ravage what his internet provider is in Manhattan, because Verizon, their freaking servers are like 50 miles north of the city.
He's not in Manhattan though.
No, I know that, but I want to know like which, because it's pretty much, it's almost guaranteed I could get whatever service he has, and I'm like, if I could get the Sandy Ravage host, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Well,
but I
I
probably
mean,
wouldn't tell you. It's not going to make you any better. I'm just
no.
kidding.
I saw that coming.
No, like seriously, like there's players that you play with. Like I've played with Marka J before, and I was going for a pro perk, or I was just like messing around with a class, and it was just retarded. Like I'd get 6 fucking kills, and I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?" And TDM like 6 kills, and he'd have like 35 and pull out a chopper card. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is retarded. Like, what am I even doing here? How about I just go sit in a corner, go take a dump, smoke a cigarette, maybe have a cup of coffee, and I'll come back and the game will be over. Like, some
we
people
would
just
easily have won.
ridiculously good. Exactly. Like, some people are ridiculously good.
I feel like that's the way when I watch. Do you guys watch White Boy?
Somewhat.
Yeah, sometimes.
Kind of.
I feel like you can only handle a certain amount of him, but when you can handle him, I think he's hilarious and awesome. And whenever he plays, everything goes the way I want my game to go. Like, his games are exactly how I wish my games would go. They're perfect all the time. Asshole.
Yeah, but that's 1 in a million again.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not 1 in a million on the PS3 because PS3 and I'm not starting. Listen, I'm not.
Mode.
Listen, I'm not starting a console war because I started on the PS3. But it seems to be a little bit easier, the competition, because I've played a little bit of Black Ops on it, and like I haven't lost yet, and my KD is ridiculous.
You know what I'm gonna say though? It's easier to make a secondary account on the PS3 and run around and snipe and do like stupid shit. But when you're paying for an account on Xbox, and stats matter to people, no matter what they say, stats matter to them. So they're less likely to run around and like goof off in a game on their main account. So that's probably why you may be running into some people who are maybe less competitive than they would be on the Xbox.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that. So let's move on from these questions, because there was another one that came up. If you could make a playlist for Black Ops, any rules you could choose, what would you have Van der Haar put together as like the FNG playlist? What would you guys choose?
Like a completely customized one, or like
Yep.
something of a game type that they already have that would just change a little bit.
Whatever you feel like. So if you want it to be like, I don't know, whatever you choose, you choose it. If it's completely brand new, great.
right.
And if it's like a variation on something, then cool.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, mine's not a brand new one. Mine's it's actually something that me and Hutch talked about during quality time. But it was just that the mercenary objective playlist, just something like that where you could lone wolf it with a bunch of other lone wolves and go and play like domination or HQ and not have to run into like a full team. Like, that's all I want to see, and I think they're working on it. I think that's what Von der Haar is working on.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to be pushed out, is that a mercenary mosh pit.
Yeah.
I honestly think that would be epic. But I think if I could create any playlist, you'd have to have a mic to play. Whether you use the mic or not, you can't make people use a mic. But that would be the playlist. Like, mercenary mosh pit. I don't care if it's search and destroy, HQ, CTF, domination, doesn't matter. But you would have to have a mic to play. Like, your mic would have to be plugged in. Whether you use it or not, whatever. You want to be a fucking douchebag, that's fine. But your mic would have to be plugged in playing Mercenary Team Deathmatch. Mercenary Mosh Pit.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's how PC works. When you go into a server and you don't have a mic, you're most likely going to get kicked by somebody until they fill up a lobby with people with mics on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but I have a Xbox, and it's
I
way
know,
better.
I know.
So, Apple
Yeah.
Fisher, get on my level.
But,
Gommel.
but
Gommel,
here's
Apple,
my
Gommel.
here's my idea, and it's not a brand new idea, but maybe you guys haven't heard of it. Have you guys played World at War at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, you want to play War?
Yeah, dude.
Did you ask
War?
me if I was gay?
No, but
Okay.
We
War.
already know.
Yeah, War is awesome. If you guys have never played that game mode, it's basically like domination, where you have I think it's 3 points or maybe 5. But anyways, you have like it starts off that the main HQ, I guess you want to call it, is right in the smack middle of the map, and you have to control that. And if you control that, then you move on to another HQ, which is closer to the enemy team's spawn. So every HQ gets harder and harder to control. So the spawns are pretty much fixed, like in Demolition, but it's kind of HQ based and it's kind of domination based as well, because you got to advance and control flags. And the game is only won if you're able to take the last HQ or the last sector, or whatever you want to call it, that's right in the other enemy team's spawn. So games can last for however long it takes. I mean, there have been some war games that last an hour long. But I feel it takes a lot of coordination. Like, you cannot cap a HQ by yourself. Like, you need your teammates on that, because it takes forever to cap it. So, I mean, I think it's the perfect game mode, and I think it would bring a lot of competitive teams onto it and kind of give a change from headquarters. So yeah, I think I love that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind playing it. After all the stuff that Monster would do, whether it's Mercenary Domination or Mercenary Mosh Pit, I think either one I'm cool with. Just any type of mercenary, anything is cool at this point, because Mercenary Team Deathmatch is bullshit. Free for all is kind of bullshit because you can invite people into the game. I just hope that the Mercenary Mosh Pit, Mercenary Domination doesn't allow you to do that, which I'm sure that's going to happen regardless. But it still has a possibility of being awesome.
All right, I think we've talked about this game thing long enough. Unless Verbal may have something to add right there.
I have one more, and I'll just say one thing: Pro mod,
okay.
Pro mod on console.
Yeah. And you would think that it would be easy to do too. I mean, they have all these settings for private match and scrims and stuff like that. So why not?
It could be done. It's just a matter of implementing it. So it's just another playlist. Like, they don't want to put playlists in there that they think might thin out the crowd, I guess. So or segregate people. But anyways, yeah, that's all.
Yeah. I think I saw Vanahard tweet to some guy who was asking for a sniper only playlist. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, you think it would be popular, but only about 5,000 people would play it, which would make matchmaking terrible, and all that other stuff. So I mean, you can create playlists as much as you want, but you can only put so many in to a game without screwing over matchmaking, connection base, and everything.
I mean, you can go ahead and look at the matchmaking right now. Team Deathmatch has most people in it, guaranteed. Every time you log on.
I don't really have anything real to add to that. I would just echo what Larry said about like a playlist for people with mics. I don't think it's realistic though, because I think the way the Xbox is set up, the mic is a user choice. Like, you can either plug in your mic or you can, and I don't see a way that you could code a game to then look at that after the fact user choice and either kick someone or allow them into the game based on that. Like, that just seems to, I don't know. That's me though, but I agree with it. Like, if you had that ability, it'd be really, really cool to be able to be like, if you chose to be in the mic only playlist, clearly you'd be up for talking, which means you'd be there to communicate. And when I don't have you guys to play with, like, that would be good. That would be
fun. I want a playlist where the 25 kill streak gives me a propaganda plane.
Oh my god!
What does that even do?
Dude, okay, look, this is what the propaganda plane. This was brought on by PKA. I'm not sure who did it. It was either Wings, Kyle, or Woody, but it was this plane that it's like a UAV. It cannot get shot down, and it blasts into other people's ears. Like, you can't mute it. It blasts whatever you want it to do. So I could record my message saying, you suck, noobs. And that's all it would say into everybody's ears for like 30 seconds or something. And that's what I want.
So basically just irritate the living shit out of people, right?
No, dude, like stuff like, you would win if you were on a full party. Or, stuff like that. It'd be epic, dude. I would be rocking that propaganda plane every day.
You're a weird guy, TryHard.
Right. Would be fun.
All right, so is it time for One Up Me?
Oh,
I'm
shit.
down.
Are we good? TryHard, do you have one this week?
Let me think of something, but I can't guarantee you anything. Mark, you got something, or?
I totally forgot.
Well, I mean, Larry and
we'll
Verbal
see.
are going to go first, so we'll see.
Like, you want me to go first? I feel like you go first every single week.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
All right, so this is a story that happened to a friend of mine. It's not, like, I'm not going to win One Up Me with this story because it's not about boobs and it's not about alcohol and, no one got a blowjob from a Mexican whore or whatever. But this is a real true story. She this is a good friend of mine who's really into ecotourism, and she spent a lot of time traveling around Brazil and South America, and she ended up as the ecotourism sort of sales and marketing executive or whatever for the Galapagos Islands for a number of years. She was actually there for like 3.5, nearly 4 years. And about 6 months before she went out to do that, she was backpacking around South America, and she was somewhere in Brazil, like way in the Amazon rainforest, and she was coming out of there back down to, I want to say, Brasilia, I think it was Brasilia. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Basically, like some dead ass town in the middle of nowhere in the jungle, and then out to some major Brazilian town. And the only way to do this, like if you're imagining like an Amazon rainforest and dirt tracks and all the rest of it, that's basically exactly what she says it looks like, and that's what all of our pictures look like. The only real way to get from point A to point B is the sort of old, cranky, nasty ass buses that, like, you know, the ones with the chickens on the roof and the people riding, you know, four on top of each other type stuff, and they go for like 12 hours. So you either get on like last thing at night, and then you wake up and you're in the city like first thing in the morning, and literally everyone I talk to them like, don't do this. It's not safe. If you're gonna do it, wait a week and go with a friend of yours. So at least there's two of you together. But so what happens is these buses are really, really subject to bandits, which sounds really, really sort of ancient, but it's true. They'll hijack the bus and steal money from the people, because I mean the basic concept is these people live in the middle of nowhere in the Amazon rainforest. They'll put together their entire life savings, and they're looking for like a better job, a better life for their family in one of the bigger towns. So they'll put together like, you know, $500-$600, which is, you know, an obscene amount of money for them. This is the amount of money they live on for the next 4 or 5 years, and they're doing it so they can go and pay rent and get a job and, you know, I don't know, work as a fruit sale vendor or something in you know, Rio or something like that. And yeah, what I mean, obviously I've kind of given away, but what basically happened was, you know, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, the bus gets pulled over, and there was a like one of those Jeeps at the front of the bus, and the guys with machine guns, and they were holding up the van. And they came in, and first of all they shot and woke everyone up. So there's like, you know, gunfire out in the middle of nowhere, but it's like it's in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Like, who the fuck's gonna hear you? So they grab the bus and they take it up, you know, another mile or so down the road, and then go off down a T junction, and then, you know, park it like 5 or 6 miles down that road, so that, you know, the bus route is on kind of what they would consider a major road. So, you know, there might be a car by in the next hour or so, and that would fuck up their plans. So they take them off the beaten path, basically. And they were going down, and they were sort of grabbing each, you know, couple or family and being like, you know, give us all your money. And each family was giving up their money. And it's, you know, $500-$600 each. And, you know, maybe there's 10 families. So maybe they're getting, you know, somewhere $3, $5, $6 grand, something like this from the bus. And at the back of the bus is my, you know, actually very good looking, young, white, which is the worst part, you know, friend of mine. She's an Irish girl, and you know, they're looking at her like, well, you're white and you're here obviously on some do-gooder mission to, you know, save the world from us back-ass nowhere people. So, you know, you must have tons of money. And she actually didn't. She had specifically not taken money because of this situation, which in hindsight was like the stupidest thing she possibly could have done. So, you know, obviously she had like a little bit of extra money to travel around the world. She probably had like $2 or $3 grand for the year she was traveling. And she was like, well, I'm not going to give, you know, I'm not going to carry all that cash with me. So she had taken out like $50 or something and had that just to be able to pay the first night's rent when she got to, I think it was Brasilia. And then, you know, and that was basically it. So they get to her at the back of the bus, and they're completely, like, they just do not believe it at all, not even in the slightest, that she's only got $50 on her. So they drag her out of the bus, and they put her in the ditch with the bus driver, and they take off his shirt, and they put the gun to the back of his head, and they're like, if you don't give us the money that you're obviously holding, we're going to kill him. And then they shoot it into the ground and not kill the bus driver, and they kick him into the ground. So it looks to her like the bus driver's just been shot. So she is freaking out, and she's crying and all the rest of it. They rip off her top and they rip off her pants, and she's like lying there in the mud and the dirt and bullshit, basically in panties and bra. And they put the gun to the back of her head and say, if you don't give us this money, we know you're hiding money. And she's like, you know, sobbing in tears, like, I don't have any fucking money. Like, if I had money, you would have it. You can have everything on me. I have this bag. You've searched my hair. You've searched everywhere. I do not have any money on me. And they put the gun to the back of her head, and then they shot one round just to the left side of her head, which kind of made her deaf in her left ear for like a month or so, or, you know, a week or so, and then kicked her into the ditch with them. And then that's when they left, and they took off and you know, left them all lying there in the ditch on the side of the road. And she actually ended up at a like a nearby what do you call it? Like internet cafe, like out in the middle of nowhere, not in Brasilia, but like whatever the next smallish town was. And she gets on, and it was like, I want to say 4 o'clock in the morning back in Europe for me at that point in time. And I was in Sweden. Weirdly, I was actually having a party in my parents' cabin in Sweden, and we were just drunk off our asses. And like my laptop was out, and like MSN popped up and went ping, and she was like, "Yo, are you there?" And my buddies brought it down to me, and I was having a beer with a buddy of mine in my sauna, and he was like, "You need to call your friend, Nicola is what her name was, in the middle of the fucking Amazon rainforest right now." And I went up to like the top deck roof of my of our cabin, and like was having a phone call with her at like 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to calm this girl down halfway around the world. And that was the last time she ever took a bus around the world. But it was that was one of those, tourists scare the shit out of you moments that actually happened for real life. That was pretty crazy. And that's it. That's my story.
Wow. It's kind of a downer.
Yeah,
kind
dude,
of a downer.
like, there is no way you're gonna win with that one. I mean, it's a great story.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, it was entertaining to me, and it was kind of heartbreaking and whatnot. But you're never gonna win a fucking one-up story challenge with
I
that.
actually forgot what the fuck I had to say because that takes so.
See, now there are no other stories. Maybe this is a
No,
good technique. I make you all
I
forget and
got-
I win.
I got something, but unless
I can
Larry,
embarrass
No,
myself.
go ahead,
Oh,
Sim,
wait,
and I'll
Mark
try
wants
to
to embarrass
remember what the fuck I had thought of.
I could embarrass myself if I want to.
it's up to you, bro.
Do it.
Okay, well, I'm not too embarrassed because it was a long time ago.
Like last week.
Yeah, that's a long time for you, maybe, but
Oh.
for me, not so much.
Verbal
Check out my
forgets
memory,
past a
so-
week.
I know, right?
It happens.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I don't want to bore or drag it on. Wink, wink.
Hey, good idea.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so when I was like, I think probably 13 or 14, like, I held in a shit for a long time, and you can already see where this is going. Well, wait a second here. This gets good. So I was at my house, and I felt like this was gonna be like the demon coming out of my rear end, and I didn't want to use the washroom because I was afraid I'd maybe block it up or something. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do here? No pun intended. I got some toilet paper, and I got a bag. And I went out, and we had this like big what's it called? A terrace or something for where we'd plant vegetables and whatnot, and it was kind of away from the house. So I went down there, went to the very bottom terrace, dug a hole with a shovel, and just let the demon come out of me right there. And cleaned up, wiped up, and the thing is, like, I didn't go out the front door, I didn't go out the back door, I didn't want to see anybody to see me, so I hopped out the window in my room onto the roof, and I shimmied my way down this pipe all the way down to the bottom floor, and I kind of hid. And then on the way back up, I came up the same way on the roof in my window, but this time my brother, who was in the room next to me, he saw me climb up with a shovel, a bag, and some tissues or some toilet paper, and then he went ahead and told my parents, and it was just probably one of the most embarrassing things ever.
I love that story, dude. You were like fucking TryHard, take his shit.
Yeah. But dude,
right.
I don't know why I was so scared to I don't know. Whatever. It was bad. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Larry, you want to go, or is it my turn?
Your turn, bro.
All right. This story happened while I was working. It was about I'm gonna say 2 years ago. My dad was trying to sell a truck. So he had put a truck. It's a 4x4. Anyways, it's an SUV, and he could not sell that thing. I'm not sure if it was overpriced or whatever, but anyways. So he puts it on sale for 2 months, doesn't get one call. And then this one day, this one guy calls. And he says, I'm going to come over to the business, and we're going to take a look at your car, at your truck, and see what's up. So this guy comes along, and, he's dressed nice and whatnot. And this is in the middle of the summer. So my dad takes him out for like a test spin or whatever. So like they test the truck out, and it turns out to be. I mean, the truck's practically new, anyways. So he likes the truck. He's like, okay, cool. So my dad's like, hey, I got some, 4 winter tires for you. Do you want to check those out too? The guy's like, yeah, sure. So they drive to this garage where we hold our tires at, and my dad gets out of the truck, and the guy speeds off. So he basically does like a U-turn right in like the yard where the garage is at, and like he's like spraying my dad with like rocks while he's doing the U-turn, and he speeds off. And while he's doing that, my job was I was driving, the 18-wheelers. I'm driving into the yard because this is like the same yard, and I see my dad's truck. Like the guy's fucking running, like he's speeding off, like he's like a bat out of hell, right? So he gets onto like the interstate on like 2 wheels, and he almost hits this lady who's like 65 years old. Like the lady almost died from like a heart attack because like the guy was fucking going like he was going so fast. Anyway, so the cops are like they just happen to be right there, like at like the corner of like where the business is at, where the guy sped off. So like the police like they take off after him, but the guy's way too fast with his truck, and he speeds off, and like we lose him, right? So nobody knows where he's at anywhere. So the very next day, we get a call back from the cops saying they found the truck. It was about 30 miles down the interstate at like this restaurant where they supposedly they'll steal trucks and cars and drop in at like this restaurant, like this big ass restaurant. And if after a few days like the car hasn't been picked up or anything, like they'll pick it up again. So yeah, we found our truck back, man. So my dad got his truck stolen right in front of his face, and like he tried to catch him. Like he went into the garage, like he picked the car and fucking started like speeding after the guy, but no, he was just way too fast, man.
Cool story, bro.
Well, I forgot
Wow.
the beginning of that story from the end of it. What happened again? No, wait, actually, I joked. Don't retell that, Jesus.
Are you kidding me? That story's epic, dude.
Maybe
I just have to give you shit, dude.
What? Oh my god.
I literally just yawned twice.
Yeah, you guys
That's-
go back to your shit
literally
talking story.
IRL.
IRL.
No, I got a good story, man. I got a good story, bro. It's cool, bro.
God.
Yeah, I used to be. No, sorry, I'm still an asshole. I'm not gonna say I used to be, but yeah. So I went to high school in the city, so I'd ride, a school bus, and we'd go through all the main traffic sites, traffic lights, whatever. And sometimes there would be, bums, veterans. If they said they were veterans, who knows? They'd have cardboard signs up, and I would steal permanent markers from my high school and launch them at these fuckers sitting at these intersections. I'd want to help them and make sure that they got some cool signs created. Because it wouldn't be just like black Sharpie markers. Like I'd have different colors, try to get them, promoted, try to have them have some sweet signs so they get some extra dollars. And I'd do this stupid asshole and shit all the time. I try to spit on people as we drove past in the school bus, whatever. And one day, this shit backfired. So I'm in my school bus and not paying any attention, and I have to hawk a loogie. So I just do a little, and I spit out the school bus window. Well, it just happens to be that this is middle of the summer, stop-and-go traffic on this particular hill in Worcester, Massachusetts called Bell Hill. And this guy had his hand on top of his station wagon. Now, this was in 1999, so it wasn't like it was a 1972 station wagon. It was a relatively new station wagon, whatever. I still remember this shit clear as day. And I did not mean to, but I just hawked this loogie, and it lands on his fucking hand. Okay, and this guy was maybe 5'7", 5'8", something like that. He wasn't super huge, super big, whatever. He jumps up, like I hit his hand with the loogie, and he looks at me, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I knew, like, this is fucking karma for me being an asshole for the past 6 months. That I don't mean to, but I do hit this guy's hand with a full-on fucking loogie. It hits his hand, he jumps out of his car and stop-and-go, bumper-to-bumper traffic, jumps on top of the school bus, and just starts reaching in, screaming at me. And I'm just sitting there like, or I was standing there, and then he jumps up to the window, and I'm like, no, I don't fucking know this guy. I don't know what happened. So I like move over a seat, and I sit down, and I'm just like staring at the bus driver like, can we go, please? Can we go, please? Can we go? And the bus driver's like, what's going on back there? It's like She's 450 pounds. She's got a mustache and a goatee because she's a fat American. And she's yelling at me, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what's going on here. I didn't do anything, pleading the fifth. And this guy's screaming at me. Well, all of a sudden, traffic breaks. We start going up the hill, and I'm like, oh, I'm cool. And I go back over to the window where I spit out of onto this guy's hand, and I look back, and this guy pulls a Yui in the middle of bumper-to-bumper traffic. Like, this is straight-up heavy-duty 5 o'clock traffic, like New York City shit. Like, this guy just pulls a Yui, doesn't care, runs people off the road, and gets right behind the bus. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm so fucked. Like, I've already been in trouble this summer for, multiple other dumb shit that I've done, which is a possible future one-upper story. Who knows? But I'm in so much trouble already this summer. Like, I don't need this shit to happen again. So I intentionally miss my bus stop. I miss a second bus stop. And I hit the third bus stop. I'm like, all right, I'm cool. Like, I stopped paying attention to the dude following the bus. As I get out of the car, this motherfucker hops out of his station wagon. He's like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, shit. And this is straight. You guys ever see that movie, The Sandlot? When the kid's got he's got the Chuck Taylors. I forget what they call them in the movie. But he puts them shits on, laces them up, and he's just running like the wind. That's what I did. Hop through yards. Like, I lived kind of, quote unquote, in the ghetto. So I'm hopping over fences. Like, I got pit bulls and dogs, Rottweilers chasing at me, biting my heels and shit. I get across, get into my house. I'm perfectly safe. I'm good to go. And from that point on, I never spit out of a window ever again. Guaranteed, promise you, swear to God, to this day, don't spit out a window. Because I don't accidentally want to spit on someone's hand.
You're a scaredy cat.
Something like that.
Interesting.
Wow, this was the episode of long stories. I feel like Juicetra is the only one that kept it to like a minute or two.
It's because I don't want... Yeah, I played it smart. Come on, guys.
All right, so I guess
like-
since everybody's told a story, we're going to have to ask the stream. Is that right?
Yep, definitely.
All right, stream, just write the name of the one you want to win. So Larry, Verbal, myself, or Juicetra. What do you guys want?
I'm not in the stream, but I'm right. I'm saying Juicetra.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going Verbal or Seb.
Dude,
I won't vote for myself, so I'll go for Juicetra.
It's all Larry, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting blocked, dude.
Yeah, it's all Larry, 2 Juices, 1 TryHard. One guy voted Deepak. And, yeah, it's
awesome.
all Larry.
Verbal and Larry,
Fuck
how much
yeah.
do you pay these guys? Like, how much MSP are you giving them?
What,
Okay,
is there a
Woody,
few
bro.
verbals in there too?
No. It's not about how much you pay them. I swallow, bro.
Oh, wow. It's only a piece of meat.
It's only a piece of meat, man.
Yeah, dude, that was epic.
Okay.
Change your tune there, buddy, much.
All right.
So we actually have a couple more things to talk about. Larry, you've got a big thing. We're kind of late already, but we've got a few more things to talk about. Do you want to talk about your thing?
Yeah. I guess it's at the point. I was thinking about doing a video and quote unquote announcing it, but why not do it on the FNG podcast where I so lovingly got accepted and asked to be a part of. So I'll be forever grateful, all homo, to Verbal and Seb for asking me to be a part of this. But I am, I've got about 3 or 4 episodes left of this, and I can't guarantee that I'll be on another episode. You guys know I'm in the military, and I've got responsibilities that I've got to do. I'm actually going to be moving my family in the next week and a half. My wife, my son, all 50 million pounds of all the shit that we have in our house. I'm going to be moving it up. I hopefully will have it in storage before PAX East. If not, I'll just pay the extra couple days to have the U-Haul sit in my mother-in-law or my mom's driveway while I'm up there. But yeah, I'm not going to be, hopefully I might be able to get a couple call-ins here if these guys still accept me. But
No.
it's it's just the sacrifices that I kind of had to make, and I was just if I don't get to be a part of this, like I said, I got 3 or 4 weeks left, so I'm going to make the best of it for you guys. I appreciate everything you guys have done, not only for me, but for Verbal and for Seb. Everyone that's in the live stream, you guys are fucking awesome. And I got some changes coming up, so
Shut up!
I'm
I'm
gonna be
not
moving out of
crying. Shut
country.
up! I'm not crying.
I'm gonna be moving out of country. I'm going to it's not a 365. It's the terminology for it, but I will have my internet. Hopefully, I'm gonna have decent internet where I can upload videos. And if I can't do, actual video games, me playing multiplayer, I'll do let's plays or something like that. But I'm eternally grateful for everyone that's tuned into my channel and tuned into the podcast forever. All homo.
Yeah, you're gonna be missed, buddy.
Yep, you will definitely be missed.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
You're-
well,
you're bugging me out right now, and I've known about this for a while. So
Yep. Well, the good news is it's not over yet. We still got a few episodes, right, Larry?
Exactly.
yeah, we'll
we
definitely
do.
have you on next week. So next week, guys, we have Snipinator. If you don't know Snipinator, go check him out. He is a Southern gentleman, and he puts together some fantastic stuff. He's also a Machinima director. If you've checked him out on there. But we're actually moving the podcast to Saturday nights to make it easier for.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big news. That's another big piece of news. So we're moving it over to Saturday nights.
That's
to be
even
nicer to our
bigger.
EU.
I mean, we
That's
could have
not
done
bigger
this
than
6
usual.
months ago, and my fucking hangover would have been better on Monday. But who fucking
Larry has
cares?
been
We take care of
bitching.
the people. We take care of the people.
Okay, so
Saturday night with Snipinator will be next week, and then the week after that we'll be live from PAX, which I know we're all gagging to talk about. So we'll talk about that next. And
Wait,
then-
wait.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I just
You
wanna say
might
one
be
thing.
gagging, brother.
I just want to say one thing. Somebody said in the stream that we should have a farewell Larry episode. Do not worry. The last episode that Larry will partake in, we will have we're gonna make something special for Larry, of course. And should we talk about Lars about?
About the
Yeah,
replacement. Yeah, I talked to the replacement, and he is cool with us
Yeah.
giving it out. So, guys, we talked with the guys that we kind of sort of felt we've had a lot of fun with, and the one person who had been our guest from like the third or fourth episode, I think, that we really had a good time with and really wanted to do this with us is TryHard Ninja. So TryHard Ninja will be he's got a new job that he's doing, and it'll take a while, but and every once in a while he's not going to be able to make it, but as much as he can do, TryHard Ninja is going to be our third host.
He's gonna be epic.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna have him singing
Seriously, you're gonna go.
every single intro.
Yeah, you're gonna go from like drunk Larry's retardedness to like this dude that sings like an angel orgasms. Like you guys are getting taken care of. I'm telling you, you guys are getting taken care of. Like you can't get more one-upped in life than listening to the FNGs
Okay,
because you got a beast filled in.
I'm not gonna get cheesy and say that you were great, but we'll get into that when we do the farewell episode. So I'm not gonna get all corny right now. I'm gonna let you. I'm just gonna let you side.
Oh, I'm actually really
Well-
sad. I'm not going to lie. Like I'm like no shit old man emotional right now.
Aw.
Well, let's talk about fucking PAX, dude. Fuck emotional. Let's talk about having some fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
PAX is gonna be ripping. So we kind of talked about it in the precast, I guess you could say. And Juicetra, you mentioned like you started talking about this with someone else. So go ahead and throw whoever that was out there. And
Yeah.
how this all got started.
So, well, first of all, this kind of all started for me back when PAX was, I guess, I don't know if it's PAX Main or I guess it's PAX West, but the one in Seattle, I was supposed to go and meet Gold Glove down there back. I think it was in September or something, but I couldn't get my ticket. So I kind of was thinking about maybe going to Boston to check it out. And so I started talking with Dunkus, and we kind of started to get pretty excited about this. And then, I think me and him were the first people to book our ticket over there and get the ball rolling. And then it kind of just like snowballed. Like everybody decided like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And now we've got this, like, I think we have a group of 20 people
Yeah,
going
at
to
least.
PAX East. Like it's going to be awesome. So I'm so stoked for
We
this.
have like 3 rooms.
I know. 3 rooms for 20
Do
people.
you know
It's gonna-
like
You realize
You know
that
what's
I'm only
funny
going
is,
to
like-
be there on Friday night as well, which means we only have 3 rooms, but we only have them Friday.
what's
and
funny
Saturday
is
night.
like
Oh my god.
Where the fuck is everyone staying on Thursday night? Like, are they all
Well,
crashing into your
Oh,
suite?
dude.
Or
Okay,
Well,
look.
me and Dunkus have a suite for Thursday night. So
what? Okay.
Nice.
set.
Wait, Mark, were you still planning on being
What's-
with me
what's
on Friday
funny-
and Saturday, or? being
Sorry?
with me, you sexy bitch. I said, are you still planning on staying at mine for Friday and Saturday?
Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Just like for everybody that's listening right now, like we have no idea where people are staying. All we know is that we have 3 or 4 rooms where we can all get super cozy and spoon together. But who you're going to be spooning with, no
Totally
idea.
up in the air.
You know what's funny is
all
like
I know
is
that-
like
I'll go ahead, Larry.
all right. Well, I remember I saw a couple tweets between Juice and Dunkus, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna meet up at a fucking stupid bar, Cheers. You're gonna
Cheers.
meet up at Cheers." And
God.
I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "I'm gonna stalk the shit out of you." And Dunkus was like, "Yeah, I dare you," or something like that. And I was like, "You know what? Because of the way that it takes me to leave my base and all the stuff that I gotta do and move my family up there, that I'd be up there at that time." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll be there. I'll stalk the shit out of you." And then it just kind of like snowballed from there. And then all of a sudden it was like the FNGs were gonna go, and then everyone else was piggybacking off. Obviously, not us, but you know, they're like, "Oh shit, Juicy's gonna be there." Fuck yeah, I'm. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to college. I'm going to PAX East, bitches.
Yeah, speaking of room arrangements, all I know is that I think it's Thursday night, I'm going to be mostly alone because nobody's getting there except for, I think, AJ, Rogers, and APL. I think they should be staying at in my room, but after that, I have no idea.
Bro, don't
So,
even say it's a room. It's a fucking monster suite. Like, Verbal's inviting like all the big dudes to his room. He's like, "Oh yeah, oh Blade, what's up? Yeah, come holler at me. That's cool. You can crash on my floor." Except you have like the multi-bed suite, hangover, fucking awesome room. When you dude just gonna be walking around in their underwear, pushing fucking buttons, and window shades are gonna open, and you're just gonna see the skyline of Boston.
I have no idea what it looks like. I think Verbal has looked into it more than I have.
Well, the hotel
Yeah,
we're
I-
staying at, I'm not going to give away the hotel name just so that we don't have massive
Yeah.
crashing us. But there's like pictures of rooms. And I don't
Dude,
think
I
it's
don't
gonna
need to be getting raped, passed out in an elevator, going up and down,
I think
fucking,
that's
for
gonna happen
7
anyway,
hours.
buddy.
Wait, so is like how fancy is this? Because I mean, I know how much it costs. Is pretty expensive, but I mean, is it like a nice hotel?
I mean, I think it's a nice hotel. I don't think it's anything
It's a damn-
special,
it's a-
but it's a suite
No,
in a
no, no.
hotel, which tends to
It's
be.
A what?
damn good hotel. It's a damn good hotel.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It looks
I don't know.
nice.
I called there, and the lady was British, and she made it sound
Yes.
so up, like she made it sound like it was a rich place. She was like, "Hello, how can I serve you today?" And I was
It's like
"Ooh,
Xbox
ooh,
Ahoy
nice."
answering. He's like, "Oh,
Yes,
and today
exactly.
we're gonna cover the Enfield."
No. It was like Xbox Ahoy's wife answering me, and I don't know. It made it sound more rich, and I was like,
No.
"Yeah, you know what? I have a suite reserved for March 11th." And she was like, "Yes, sir. What may I do for you today?" I don't know. Just felt
But
important.
no, dude, seriously, it's gonna be fucking epic, like legendary on a whole nother level. And I've actually put some shit in a Skype chat between just the FNGs. Like Juicy doesn't even know about it yet. We might drop the bomb on him, but it's gonna be. Yes, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, like
Why
you
am I
want to
not
say you want to
remembering
go
what
out
Larry's talking about right now?
Because you're
Yeah,
old.
me neither, dude.
Come
So
on.
I don't know what-
Okay.
because you're old. We'll cover it again, but I'm telling you, there's a possibility. Like everyone's gonna be vlogging, right? Juicy, you said
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna do
Oh,
it.
dude.
Dunks is gonna do it.
I
Mark's
got
gonna do
Dude.
it. EMR, Bash, all you guys are gonna be vlogging everything. So I have the perfect idea for that most epic viral vlog that definitely will get on RW.
Well, here's the thing. Why am I not being informed of it? What's going on here, Larry?
Yeah,
Why-
It's
Mark,
it's supposed to be a surprise.
No, Mark,
you'll-
like, don't
okay,
even be
well,
jealous
good.
because I have no idea what the fuck he's
Yeah, I
talking
don't know
about.
what he's talking about either.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Whatever.
Oh, you guys are
Dude, here's
so
the thing,
fucking old. It's
he thinks
ridiculous.
we're
I've been
old that we've
drinking for
forgotten.
9 hours.
He's drinking all day long. He's forgotten. He's never even told us this. That's the difference here.
Oh my god. Tino's go search a chat for THN. Just go
I
search
have-
a chat for THN and drop it in there. Yeah, see? T knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be epic, though.
Okay.
It should be a pretty damn good weekend, no matter what happens. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, and it's only like 11 days away, so I am super
Oh,
stoked
I
right
know.
now.
I can't wait.
I feel I should bring.
I'm done
my-
working like for the next 30 days, so I'm just going to be drunk playing video games.
Epic.
I don't know. I'm just gonna bring all my shit down to PAX. So I'm gonna have like my computer set up. I'm gonna have my Xbox. I'm gonna have everything down there. So I just really don't have to leave my room at all. Fuck PAX. I'm just gonna stay in my hotel room and play COD all night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. The problem is we're not going to be able to leave for fucking all the young kids. Like, there's so many of them that are under 21. T. Martin, Gold Glove, Mercadurka. Who else is under 21?
Everybody.
A lot of people, yeah.
Genos, yeah. Well, that's why we've got the beers in the suite. Make it fun for everyone right where we're playing Xbox.
Well, that and bathroom usage is based off of eldest, so everyone else other than me and Verbal goes
no.
dick.
Because clearly, I think we've been doing this now for an hour and a half, and I think in the hour and a half, Verbal's gone like 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
Like you guys don't even know, but
Screw
he's been
you.
in the chat typing, "Gotta go, be right back." Pissed.
I cannot believe you just said that out loud. That's awesome. Oh my god, I'm an old man.
Yeah, we may have to rethink that whole idea because if Verbal gets priority on washrooms, then he's gonna be in there the whole night, and I won't be able to.
No one else is gonna get a chance.
Yeah, so
That's
we should
all right.
probably.
We'll go piss on his bed, dude. We'll just piss on his pillow.
That's a podcast. I feel like we're done now. I'm done with the hate, you assholes, young people.
Okay.
I'm getting a hug from you in real life, Mark. When I meet you, that's hilarious.
Oh, vlog right there.
Yeah, a full on homo hug.
Don't smell the napkin that smells like chloroform, all right, bro?
Back
tip.
away.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
Before we finish this, I just want to remind everyone. So we're going to be live streaming FNG next week with Snipinator at what time did we say? 7 p.m. I think we said 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the UK, it's midnight, which is kind of the point to make it easier for you guys. And the rest of America, figure it out. 7 minus 1, 2, or 3, depending on where you are. So 7 p.m. The live stream will be up at 6:30, and we'll go from like 7 till 8:30 as per normal. And the guest will be Snipinator, and then that'll be it. From then on, it'll be Saturdays at 7 p.m., which should be pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! Stop saying that, you retard.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying.
Nope. I mean, I don't care what you guys say. I'll be saying it every other word over at PAX. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes,
You guys
sir.
I'm gonna choke slam the fuck out of you.
No.
Can
You guys,
I mute somebody in real life? That would be awesome.
no. You guys are gonna be saying it like unconsciously, and you'll be like, "Fuck." TryHard got in my head. And I'm like, yeah, that's right.
You know what the mute in real life is, Mark, don't you? You just knock the fucker out.
That's what I was gonna think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Smack
Perfect.
the head.
Oh,
All right, buddy. Well, thanks a lot for joining us on FNG 17. I can't believe we got to 17 episodes now. That's fucking retarded. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for having
dude.
me, guys.
I bet you we'll get to 18 next week.
Oh,
Whoa.
for the stars.
Oh, crazy talk there, TryHard. I don't know about this. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you next week with Snipinator on Saturday evening.
Peace
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
out. Faggot.
Gay.
Dickhead.